Nice. Thanks for coming down.
Absolutely.
Kenny Livingood from Northfield is with us today for a doubleheader here at Richmond. Nice day.
Pair of sevens.
A pair of sevens it is.
Not great at the craps table, but not too bad at the blackjack table.
Not too,
split them.
yeah, absolutely. Not too bad at all. We've got 7 good races for you for the early card, which kicks off here in a couple of minutes. Half the horses are out for the first race, and we'll be moving on here in a second. As a matter of fact, let's take it up to Doug Ballinger right now for the introduction of the horses. In the first race, 2-year-old Colt Trot, $4,248, broken into 3 divisions.
Horses are on the track for the first race. 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot, total purse $13,760. This division for $4,248. This the Gene Wiley Memorial. A field of 6, and these are the horses. Number 1 is October Wind, the driver Levan. Number 2, Olive Hill, Rod Allen Jr. drives. Number 3 is Buckeye Baron, Tyler Rushrup. 4, I Me a Boat with Chris Beaver. Number 5 is Would You Rather, the driver Ryan Stahl. And number 6 is Captivate Money, Ken Holiday in the sulky. Horse would take 1 score and go to the gate.
I like it.
There's our field of 6. $13,760 split into 3 divisions of 42-48, 2-year-old Colt Trotters. Hank Levan drives the 1, October Wind for Ed Bibler and Larry Nibber. 2-year-old Volstead gelded son. 0 for 6 in his career. He's clocked in 2:05 at Northfield on Summit County Fair night, finishing 4th there. Still learning, but he gets the rail in this spot.
Number 2 is Olive Hill, Cam McCown for Carl Easterday Jr., who trains, and Chris Easterday is the owner out of Bucyrus. What the Hill gelding from the Conway Hall mare Lady Lois. 8 starts this year, 4 out of 8 in the money, including 2 wins and a little under $11,000 in earnings.
3 Buckeye Baron, Tyler Rush driving for Tim Grubb. Owner Harold Bowder and driver Chris Page owns this guy. 2-year-old son of Long Tom, a win most recently at the Hicksville Fair. Has 3 wins this season. Fastest timed mile is 2:03 and 2 at Croton, 2 back.
Number 4, Buy Me a Boat, Chris Beaver in the bike, and he trains as well, shares ownership with Z Handler and Acosta at a Radnor, What the Hill gelding from the Taggly mare Rhonda in red. 4 starts this year, a 2nd and 2 third-place finishes.
5 Would You Rather, Ryan Stahl drives trains cones with Watson Harness Racing, Stuckey and William Hart. 2-year-old bay gelding by In Range out of the Archangel mare Briarwood Bell. 0 for 6 this season, shows a tendency to break, so he's still learning, got to keep his mind focused and get around the track. When he did trot, he was 2nd, only beating a nose in 2:04 and 3.
Yeah, you got to look for those kind of things. There's no wagering here at Richmond, but those are the kind of things that you look for when you come out to the fairgrounds. And number 6, Captivate Money, Kenny Holiday on the bike for Dan Corbini. Ready for Money gelding out of the Muscle Hill mare Captivating Spirit. Grahini, Wiley, and Grahini share ownerships. Had 7 starts this year. 1 win, mark at 208 at Circleville, about $3,700 in earnings. Nice little field. The 2's 4 out of 8 in the money, the 3 6 out of 7, and the 4 3 out of 4.
I believe we do start 6 across too.
Oh, that would be great. I thought that when I walked up, but I'm not positive.
But
it looks wide enough for it. That's great. Yeah.
So it should be no trail. I don't think we have 7 horse fields today, so it should be no trailers all day. Full fields, too. The first 5 races all have 6 horses in them.
Awesome.
Sun is out.
Sun is out. Not much of a breeze, but warmer than yesterday. Man, it was cold in Mount Gilead yesterday. I mean,
still
cold.
A little cool here.
Yeah.
It's fall-y type here.
Yeah, it's a
but
refreshing,
it's not cold, yeah.
Right, it's a refreshing kind of cool.
Most people have sweatshirts on. I have a sweatshirt on, which I'm always hot, so usually I'm a T-shirt and shorts kind of guy.
Yeah, me too, as well. But
it was chilly this morning at 8 in the morning leaving.
Yeah, leaving up north.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the 50s up there, I'm sure, this morning.
Yeah, I think my car was like 54 or something, so
yeah.
it was chilly, but I'm sure it'll warm up, and luckily we're covered, so even if the sun comes out, it shouldn't be too hot. But
these are the kind of days that we pray for Little Brown Jug Week.
Yeah, I've been to the last 2 jugs, and they've been about 90 both times.
Yeah, it's been kind of, yeah. I've been there for snow. I've been
Really?
there for, everything. Yeah, but I've been blessed. I started in 1980.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you've been to what is that, 45?
45,
This will be 45?
minus 2. I missed the year of 9/11. I was living in New Jersey, and the wife said it was too soon to fly. And then, of course, COVID year.
Would have been on the
Yeah,
same
the same
boat as her.
page, yeah. And then COVID year, of course. But we did a reenactment COVID year out of my buddies in Buckeye Lake. We set up the pop-ups. We got the big screen out, and we pretended we were on the top of the last turn where we usually are.
Sometimes that's all you got to do. It doesn't matter where you are. Just have your buddies and have it on TV.
100%.
Field of 6. Mike Webkenberg starting gate. Here's Doug Ballinger for the opener.
Two-year-old Coach Roberts. Gene Wiley Memorial for $13,760 are all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're up and running. Next, Buckeye Baron going right out for the early lead. Buy Me a Boat on the outside second. Olive Hill comes out in third. Racing fourth, October Wind. Racing fifth to the outside. Would You Rather in the early trader. Captivate Money down the backside. Going to the opening quarter. Tiger Rush leads away with Buckeye Baron. They lead it by a length. Buy Me a Boat getting that 2-hole trip. Olive Hill third. October Wind racing fourth. On the outside, Captivate Money fifth. Trailing the field. Would You Rather? They step by the opening quarter and move into the turn and trot to the 3/8. Buckeye Baron has the field of trotters by the quarter and 30 2/5. Racing next, Buy Me a Boat in second. Trotting third, Olive Hill. Moving to the outside. Now fourth, Captivate Money. October Wind trots fifth. And Would You Rather trails the field sixth. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, Buckeye Baron. Tiger Rush show the way. Captivate Money up on the outside for Doc Holliday. Clears to the front. Third, Buy Me a Boat. Racing fourth, Olive Hill moving to the outside fifth. Would You Rather in October Wind trails the field. Halfway home in 102 3/5. To the 5/8 they trot. Still theirs on the front end as they down the backside. Buckeye Baron leads it by 2. Buy Me a Boat second. Third on the outside, Captivate Money. Olive Hill races fourth. Would You Rather is fifth and trailing the field. October Wind into the far turn. They trot by 3/4 and Buckeye Baird is the target. He'll guide them into the far turn. Racing up the inside. Buy Me a Boat's got the trip. Captivate Money the outside third. 3/4 in 137 4. Little better than an eighth of a mile. Buckeye Baron has the lead. He's got every call. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. It's Buckeye Baron, Captivate Money. The inside, Buy Me a Boat. Inside the final 16. Coming to the line, Buckeye Baron, Tyler Rush to take the Gene Wiley Memorial. Home second, Buy Me a Boat. Going to be tight for third. Either the 6, Captivate Money, or the 2, Olive Hill.
I got 2 and 4. Correction on this 3/4 time.
203 and 4, 204 and 1. We're guessing.
They got to the half in about 102.
2:02,
Minute and a fifth.
Now they were moving. For the sake of mentioning it, our track records, our all-age pace is 55 and 4, all-age trot 59 and 3. Both of them were driven by Cam McCowan. One for his wife Jessica, one for Kirk Sparks. 59 and 3 trotters, and we had just 2-year-olds just go, what, 202 and 4?
202 and 4, not terrible.
That's a good start.
Yep, that is a good start.
Track looks like it's in good shape.
I was just going to say that. It sure does. And it's really nice having those 6 wide on the gate here. That's what we're missing.
So we got
30-second flat last quarter. 132 and 4. 102 and 3. Minute and a fifth. Pretty simple there when you're the best and you get on the front easy and you can rate as good as Tyler did in that race. Turned out to be a pretty simple win for him. 3-4-6-2 unofficially across the wire. Chris Beaver and Buy Me a Boat sat the 2-hole the whole trip. Didn't really have enough left to catch the 3 when they turned for home. And the only horse that really pulled out the right reins was the 6, and Managed to stay out there for about a quarter of a mile before he gave it back up on the backstretch.
Yeah, down to the half. It looked like he was clearing to the front, and I just want to mention this. I'm pretty sure Chris Page is here. I do think that's him in the winner's circle with his family. He owns a piece of this Buckeye Baron, so wanted to mention that.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
that's pretty cool.
He actually is here, rooting on his horse. Maybe we can get him over here if we can
Yeah.
get his attention.
Chris. Probably rack better to you than me. When I talk to him, I'm usually at like 1 in the afternoon in Delaware.
To the winner's circle, you went to the first race, the Gene Wiley Memorial. Geo Colt and Gilling Trot for $13,760. Number 3, Buckeye Baron. The Teal Brown-Coated son of Long Tom out of the Tom Ridge mare. Franny's Ridge, 4th of the season for Buckeye Baron. Owned by partnership with Harold Powder, Delaware, Ohio, Chris Page of Delaware. Timothy Grubb trains. Title Rush in the sulky. Trotting a mile, 2:02, 4/5. Lifetime mark for Buckeye Baron as they take the Gene Wiley Memorial. Gene Wiley, a Richwood, Ohio native for many years, was a presiding judge throughout the state of Ohio at many county fairs. Here's where they finished the first. Number 1, October Wind 6. 2, Olive Hill 4. 3, Buckeye Baron the winner. Number 4, Buy Me a Boat 2. 5, Would You Rather 5. Number 6, Captivate Money 3. The time 2:02.
Wow, held on for third after all that.
Times
Yeah.
30 and 2/5. 1:02 and 3. 1:32 and 4. Rechecking 6-4-1, 2-5-3 on the bottom.
All right, well, we're 1 in the books. We'll see if we can get Chris Page here in between. We'll be back after these messages with race 2.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions: TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Kenny, have you had the opportunity to visit our Greenville, Ohio fair?
I have not. That is on the list for next year. That is the one that they run the big race, the big pacing race.
Yep, the Regal Memorial.
Yeah.
I went for the first.
I was gonna say it, and I didn't want to be wrong, so I was like, they'll know what I'm talking about if I just say the big pacing race.
Yeah, absolutely. I was fortunate enough to go over there in a non-working mode last Thursday evening for it, and it is unlike any other fair in the state.
I saw the picture Roger posted on Facebook, and I said that's definitely a place I need to get to. The grandstand looked packed.
Yeah, I think there were about 5,000 people in the
Yeah,
grandstand. It was
that's
crazy.
awesome.
Lined up in chairs along the fence, and man, if you like sausage sandwiches, you had your choice of about 750 different places to buy one there.
Sausage sandwiches at
Looking
the
at that.
Greenville Fair.
Oh, man.
I'm not a big sausage guy, but I'll if I could get a steak sandwich, I would take that.
There was probably about 300 of those.
Yeah.
A little bit less than the sausage.
Are you a fair food guy?
It depends on the timing.
Today we're gonna have to be. We got a lunch break.
Yeah, we got a lunch break today. Going to have to do something back here. Second race is coming up. This is a 2-year-old filly trot. This might be some kind of a type. Oh, here it is. $7,223 purse.
Yeah, I'm not
Doug
sure.
is Doug's usually pretty good about getting them out here and keeping them on a 15-minute pace, so should work out fine for us.
15-minute pace has us about 12:30. That'd be that
Right.
rip through 7.
Yeah.
Going quick. Not a lot in the infield here. I talk about that at a lot of fairs, how these horses have to see so many different things. But here, for the most part, I mean, there's some stuff, but nothing's moving. No flags, no, other than the one tree, really, nothing would, I don't think, would spook any of these horses. So
No.
should help them keep them focused. Some of these fairs, I mean, I think it's at Lisbon. I'm pretty sure it was Lisbon, or maybe it was Cortland, but there was like brush that was right against right up against the track. Every time, you could see a horse easily, getting distracted. I watched a race. I can't remember where it was from, but the horse jumped the shadow
Last week,
finish.
I was there with Rob in Wellington. Yeah.
Wellington, yep, that's what it was.
They the first day of racing, they hadn't put the stage up yet for Cheap Trick concert.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it up before the second day, and we were watching both in the warm-ups and a couple of times during the races because that shadow came out right into the first and second lane off the rail. And, the horses noticed it.
Yep.
I was almost trying to look to see whether or not the drivers were trying to keep their heads up so they wouldn't, look down and see
it,
that. Yeah.
Something that all these horses have to adapt to at the fairs. And these guys, I mean, I'm sure that everybody gets used to which fairs have the characteristics because the tracks relatively stay the same. They're going to have concerts at fairs and stuff. But, these tracks are all different.
The way that the horsemen, both here and at the fairs in other states, the way that they have come to manage the horses, their setup, getting them on the track, and doing everything. When you think about the diversity of each racetrack, you think about first there's the loading, then there's the ride, then there's the unloading, then there's the getting set. I mean, and it's different. I mean, it's not easy, but these guys that have been doing it for a long time, man, they got it down. They really do. I think the coolest one I've seen so far for a setup, I don't remember where it was, somewhere in the western part of the state, but the Levans had 2 horse trailers, and they set them probably about 60 feet apart from each other and then put up double gates at the end of the trailers on both ends so that they had like a little mini paddock for the horses to hang out in before they started racing.
That's pretty cool.
It was very, very cool, yeah.
See, I'm sure each year they learn something, and you see it with Hank's success on the fairs this year. His barn is at the top of the standings on the driving side, on the training side. They're doing very well. So
yeah, they sure are.
I know Nick has a good setup too, how he gets all his horses, and I've seen him do similar with that when he's got a bunch in, hook the 2 trucks next to the trailers near each other, and then put a truck in between or something and kind of close it off.
Get a little farm.
Have a little grass pasture for the horses.
Yeah, absolutely. That first race for 2-year-old colt trotters went in 2:02 and 4. That's only 3 seconds off the track record, which is pretty darn impressive. That Buckeye Baron probably looking forward to getting onto a big track at some point soon because that was a great mile and busted his previous best performance by almost 7 seconds. So let us go up to Doug Ballinger for the introduction of the horses for our second race, 2-year-old filly trot.
Horses are on the track for the second race. Ohio Fair Racing Conference, 2-year-old filly trot. Total purse, $14,456. This first division for $7,223. Blanket by B-Bar, B-Farms. These are the horses. Number 1 is Lindell. The driver is Ryan Stahl. Number 2, CS Niffy Girl, Kevin Snyder driving. Chris Beaver drives the 3, Queen Census. 4 is Tango L with Hank Levan. Number 5, Creatine Doll, Jeff Nice hung her up. And rounding out the field, the 6 is Creating Dreams. Doc Holliday in her sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
There's our field for race number 2. 1, Lindell. Ryan Stahl drives, trains, cones with Watson Harness Racing and William Hart. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Marseille. Out of the credit winner mare, I Love Lindy. 0 for 7, but she set the board 5 of those 7 tries with 3 runner-up finishes and over $8,400 banked in just 7 starts.
Pretty impressive start. Number 2, CS Niffy Girl. Kim Daly trains. It says Kevin Snyder here, but I thought I saw Chris Beaver go by on that 2-horse, so we'll look for that when they come back around. This is a long Tom filly out of the Sebastian K.S. mare 51K. Kim Daly, or Leopard, and M. Dingledine from Mechanicsburg share ownership of this long Tom filly. 9 starts this year, a win, a second, a third, a little under $9,000 in earnings, and a win last week on Thursday night at Greenville in 2:06.4.
3 is Keen Senses. This Chris Beaver's listed on this one. Maybe they have the wrong number, but Beaver driving, training, coning with Beaver and Ziendelar. 2 Bay Filly by Muscle Up the Goal out of the Chip Chip Hooray mare. Hooray for Mom. 0 for 4 in her career. Second most recently at Berea followed that up with a non-winners of 1 try at Soto. Was a little overmatched there, but the Berea affair was okay. 2:07.3. Fastest clocking is 59.1 at Scioto just a week ago.
Number 4, Tango L from the Levan Barn. Levan Stables owns, along with our winner from London, Ohio, Ready for Money filly from the Great Trixton mare. Lucky Charms and Tricks. 13 starts this year, 9 out of 13 in the money, and just under $20,000 in earnings. Second last week in Lima after a break at the half, and 2 wins in the previous starts before that at Greenville and Salina.
5, Creatine Doll. Jeff Nysonger driving for Mark Winters. Cones with Benjamin Black. This one's been very talented. 5 for 9, including back-to-back wins at Lima and Salina. Also has a win at Washington Courthouse and Lebanon, so this one's been very talented. Only missed the board in 1 try, 19,000 earned.
Number 6, Creating Dreams, Kenny Holiday for Art Gillum Jr., Chad Stone, Herbert Hall are the owners. This is a creatine filly from the Uncle Peter mare, Steph's Dream. 8 out of 9 in the money this year. 1 win, 3 seconds, 4 thirds, mark at 2:05. And we could take it up to Doug Ballinger for the call of the second. Again, this is a 2-year-old filly trot. Purse is $7,223. This is the first division.
For $7,223. Sponsored by B-Bar B Farms. All in behind the Mike Weckenberg starting gate, and here they come. I'll stride at the start for 2, CSF Niffy Girl. Enter off and moving into the turn. Keen Senses, Chris Beaver at the lead as they move into the turn. Creatine Doll and Nysonger will take a tuck. Lindell comes out in 3rd. Racing 4th is Tango L. CSF Niffy Girl 5th on the outside and training the field, Creating Dreams. Across the backside for the first time, they trot on over to the opening quarter, and on top of the field, Keen Senses has the lead and has it by a length. Creatine Doll will get that 2-hole trip. Tango L trotting 3rd. CSF Niffy Girl next in 4th. Lindell is 5th, and trailing the field is Creating Dreams through an opening quarter in 30 and 2 5th. Around the turn to the 3/8 they trot. Keen Senses the leader by a length. Creatine Doll right there second. A gap of 3 to 4 to Tango L. Then we got a break of 7 and 8 to CSF Niffy Girl. Second to last is Lindell, and trailing the field, Creating Dreams as it passed the stand for the first time. Come on over to the halfway point. The leader at the half. Keen Senses by a length and a half. Creatine Doll second. Tango L right there 3rd. Racing for CSF Niffy Girl. Lindell is 5th, 6th and last. Creating Dreams halfway home in 102 and a 5th. To the 5/8 they trot with the lead. Keen Senses by a length. Creatine Doll right there. Races nose to helmet. Tango L will take a peek to the outside 3rd. CSF Niffy Girl 4th. Across the backside of the 3/4 they trot. Racing 5th is Lindell, and trailing the field. Creating Dreams are into the far turn. And here comes Creatine Doll on the outside. Set to come 3 wide. Tango L 3/4 trotted. 1:31 and 4 around the far turn. Keen Senses the leader by a length. Creatine Doll second. Tango L 3rd with an 1/8 of a mile to trot. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Keen Senses has got every call, trying to take them all the way. Creatine Doll second. Tango L 3rd. Coming to the line. On the line, Keen Senses Late closer, Creatine Doll, but on the line. A little too late for Creatine Doll. Keen Census will hang on. Home third, Tango L. Mile 201, 4 fifths.
Doug knew what he was looking at the whole time. He knew the horse was home.
You announcers, man, you guys always living on the edge.
I think sometimes that makes it the most fun, though.
Oh my God, it totally does. For not, and even for you, but also for all of us that are watching and listening. Now it's the best.
Because everybody that was home, if that was a parimutuel race, everybody that was rooting is still yelling at the TV, "Get home, get home, get home!" And Doug's, "No, don't worry, he's fine."
Don't worry. He's up by 4, 3, 2, a half, quarter neck, and holds on
And
for the
wins
win.
by a nose,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Keen Senses Chris Beaver picks up. This is her maiden breaker.
Yeah. Yep, very cool.
Creatine Doll, just an ATM machine for them. Just always shows up with a race. Good second there. She's now hit the board in 9 of 10 tries. 5 wins, 3 seconds for her.
Again, a $7,200 purse. That's a pretty good second place finish for $1,800. Not
And
bad.
she was only a $4,000 Buckeye
Right.
Classic purchase.
Right.
So she's really exceeded her expectations based on the sale price.
Yep.
Obviously, we know sale price doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that I love looking at are these horses that have made, 30, 40, 50 grand that they spent $3,000 on. Always give credit to the eye of the buyer. You know, somebody saw something that they absolutely loved, and
we're
jumped
willing to
on
take
it.
a shot.
Yeah.
Kilo Philly truck for $7,223. Sponsored by BB Bar Farms. Number 3, Keen Senses. She's a 2-year-old bait filly by Muscle Up the Goal out of the Chip Hooray mare. Hooray for money. She gets her first career win. She's owned by CF Beaver Radnor, JM Beaver, Deli on Springs, Florida. Steve Z. Handler of Worthington, Ohio. Chris Beaver trains. Chris Beaver in the Socky, the mile, 201, 4 fifths. Here's the way they finished the second. Number 1, Lindell, finished 5th. Placed 6th for lapped on break at the wire. Number 2, CSF Niffy Girl for 3, Keen Census, the winner. Number 4, Tango L, 3. 5, Creatine Doll, 2. Number 6, Creating Dreams, finished 6th. Placed 5th, the mile, 201, 4 fifths. 30 2 fifths, 102 1, 131 4. Rechecking place 6, 4 1 3 2. Place 5 on the bottom. 201 4 fifths, 30 2 fifths, 102 1, 131 4.
It's a hard-working horseman right there.
He goes to a lot of the fairs. See him he's always warming his horses up at Northfield at night if he's there. So
Last year, he sent Manny Miller down with a couple of horses to Kentucky, to race in the Proud Series, and he came down himself a couple of times this year. I think he might have actually won a race at High Bramble on the opening day of that training center where we had a fair the first week in July.
and always has good horses too.
Yeah.
I always respect in those Buckeye races at the beginning of the year, or even just non-winners, ones, non-winners, or twos. Beaver and Aaron teaming up. It's usually a pretty strong
they
combo.
always seem to be ready.
Yep,
They
always
always
ready to
seem to
go.
be ready. Yeah. So congrats to Keen Senses. Chris Beaver trains and drove them 201-4 last half and 59-3. Picked up a nice check for about $3,700. Bring that horse's earnings up to about $7,000. Was a homebred, so they got to be pretty pleased with where they are so far. Third race is coming up next. When we come back, another 2-year-old filly trot, the second division, another purse of $7,223. You're watching live harness racing from the Richwood, Ohio Independent Fair. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back after these messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and won by What the Hill. Find out more at HickoryLaneFarm.com.
For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person, not a policy. We're here to get you the right coverage: home, auto, business, and farm. CoverLink covers you, your family, and your business. Trusted advice and solutions to protect what matters most. Great service from great people. CoverLink Insurance.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Welcome back to the Richwood Independent Fair, Richwood, Ohio. I'm Kenny Livingood, joined by Michael Langer. And we got Tom on the controls, keeping us going back there. We're 2 down, 5 to go on day 1, or afternoon card 1, I should say. Short break, probably about 2.5 hours or so. Back at 3 with another 7-race card.
Yep, and a perfect day for it.
Beautiful day. It is.
Let's
this
play
is
2.
the definition of perfect weather, I think.
Oh, it is.
For me, anyways.
No.
Low
this,
70s,
this
slight
is,
breeze.
Yeah, this is San Diego, man. You know,
I find that hard to believe. San Diego's
telling
got to
you,
be hot.
It's not bad.
Because you're right by the
It's not
water?
bad because it's right on the water. Yeah, now you just go 10 miles inland, and it's miserable, you know. Once you get over that first ridge of mountains, get down into a valley where, you know, it can be 72 close to the coast and 105 about 30 miles away.
You know, I noticed that when I first moved to Cleveland, I guess I'm used to, you know, Albany, New York, upstate New York, where there was, you know, I mean, there's the Hudson River, but it's not like Lake Erie.
Right.
Right. It is so windy up at Northfield almost every night. It's 10, 15 mile an hour winds. I don't want to say windy, but breezy.
Yeah.
The wind's always blowing. It's never still up there, especially when you get into the winter. It'll really blow off the lake, and I guess it comes from just being that close to Lake Erie.
So where on the track do the horses and the drivers feel it the most? At what part during the course of a race?
You know,
or does it vary?
it'll swirl.
Does it?
Yeah, it swirls. But a lot of I see the flags blowing down the stretch
Okay.
a lot more than I see it up the stretch.
Got it.
So usually they would be going into a headwind up the backside and
Right.
then, you know, tailwind down the stretch. I don't know how much it really matters. I mean, it's not like it's windy and gusty, but you know, if it might help a little bit here. I'm not a big weather guy when it comes to handicapping, honestly.
Yeah, you can't pay a whole lot of attention to
rain,
it.
yes, but wind,
yes.
you know.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
or temperature. Very rarely do I pay attention to the temperature of a track, unless it's like 99 and maybe the horse just didn't handle the heat kind of situation. But
Right.
the difference between 60 and 75 to me means nothing.
Yeah,
That's just
I
my
would agree.
opinion, but-
No, I think you're right. I would agree with that.
Obviously, rain, and even in harness, I don't even think sloppy tracks matter as much as they do in thoroughbred racing. I think horses in thoroughbred have there's horses that clearly move up when it rains, or move down when it rains.
Or move down, yeah.
And I think in standardbreds, I don't know if it's the breed is just much more versatile, but it seems like they don't really care that much about, you know, it could be pouring, and the horse that's the fastest horse is still going to go out
It's
there
still
and win.
going to be the fastest horse, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
actually,
if
last
there's
night it was raining
exception,
pretty good, too.
if there's exceptions to it, you'll see it in the program on a previous performance.
Sure.
You know, you will see some that don't like it, but yeah, for the most part. Now I'm watching this elderly gentleman that's in front of us, a Vietnam veteran, for which we are obviously thankful for his service. He's got one of the coolest little bleacher chairs. Folded up really simple, got a nice little handle on it. We had some folks that were with us where were we last week? I think it probably was in Wellington. Man, they had bleacher chairs that looked like recliners. I mean, the cushions were
I
like,
have a bleacher chair. I didn't bring it in because I knew it was only 7 races. But
Yeah.
on those longer cards, like I was at Bucyrus for I think 16 races. I was sitting on that.
absolutely.
It's, they're not. I mean, I don't want to say they're the most comfortable thing ever because they're a little awkward because it's a short seat
Yeah.
versus like how you can like lean back and
Yep,
stuff on the
exactly.
bleacher. But it's better than sitting on the metal.
Oh,
so
100%.
it's
Or the wood.
Or the wood,
yesterday,
yeah.
Or yesterday, the cement slabs that we had in Mount Gilead. Oh, what an amazing day. Thanks for watching with us, everybody. We appreciate your being with us. There's races all over today. Mount Gilead again, I think this morning. One of our passport frequent persons.
frequent flyers.
Was going to, he might as well have had a helicopter. I think he said he was going to 3 today.
Jeez.
And Manny Miller told me he was driving in 3 today. So he's going to be, let me see.
I think he's here today, man. Later.
He's here for later, yeah. So he was going to Mount Gilead this morning, and then Richwood here this afternoon, and then to Van Wert to drive tonight. That was Manny Miller. And the same thing, I think, for for our passport man that has been at 61
Wow.
fairs.
That is a lot of fairs.
Yeah.
A lot of miles on that.
That's
car.
his summer, man. He's all over.
I love the dedication, though.
Oh, I know, it's awesome. He left us in Mount Gilead yesterday afternoon. I think we got out of there at about 3 o'clock or so, 3:30. And he was driving down to Caldwell. I mean, that's about 2 hours for the 6 o'clock gig down there last night. So we sure do appreciate our followers.
Oh, yeah.
There's some
and
good
if
people.
you aren't able to make it out to the track, we have Facebook live streams and YouTube live streams of everything. Free programs on OhioHarnessRacing.com. So be sure to get those. And you can also get the live streams there. They always post the replays, too. So if you're trying to watch a doubleheader and can't watch 2 at once, watch one and go back and watch the other one later.
Exactly right.
I go back and watch a lot of that when for like Summit County Fair and stuff, when we have the horses that I don't know. Sometimes I'll go back and find the fair streams to pull up the replay of the race.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's a helpful handicapping tool. I mean, people watch replays all the time of parimutuel tracks. At least we have a way to watch replays of the fairs.
100%.
Because
And they stay up there.
crazy
I mean,
things happen at the
always go
fairs,
back.
so you know
Oh,
that you
boy.
can't see in the charted lines. And yes, yeah, all the way back to like 2020, right to when they first started. I'm pretty
think
sure
it
they're all
is.
up there. Now, I'm not too familiar with the area. How close are we to Delaware County Fair?
Pretty close. It's right over there, about, I'd say it's probably only about 20 miles as the crow flies.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Because I noticed on the way here, there was, if you turn right off at the end of the road, there was like 10 miles to Richwood and 12 miles the other way to Delaware. So
Yep.
I figured it had to be within 20, 25.
Yep, it is. It is.
And you'll be at this jug this year?
Oh, God, yes. Yep. Yeah, our jug story, yeah. Our first jug as a group was Niatros.
And Roger Houston was announcing it?
And Roger was announcing. And I got to tell you something. After Doug does the post parade, I'll tell you a quick story about that.
Horses are on the track for the third race. 2-year-old filly trot. Second division, $7,223. Sullivan Farms blanket appeal to 6. Number 1 is Always Princess. The driver, Ryan Stahl. Number 2 is 10 times harder, driven by Clifton Bell. Kevin Snyder driving the 3, Mystical Rita. Here's the 4, Razzleberry Delight. Jeff Nicesonger up. Number 5 is My Secret Money with Doc Holliday. And number 6, Cruisin' Daisy, Don Feaster in her sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate.
From the right back, yeah. Another $7,223 purse from the rail out. Always Princess. Ryan Stahl trains, drives, and owns, along with Watson, Stuckey, and Harlt. An in-range filly. God, the in-range has just been great. An in-range filly from the Pilgrim's Taj mare, Pilgrim's Princess, 6 out of 8 in the money, 3 wins, 3 seconds, a little under 11,000 in earnings. Mark at 203 and 4 at Tifton. Had a second last week at Wellington. Tried the Buckeye Stallion Series with a 9-hole post position at Scioto a couple of weeks back, and honestly, from the 9-hole, 11 lengths back in last place at the half, and only got beat by 7 lanes. Came home in 29 and 3 at a mile. I went in 57 and 1. This is a good one.
2 10 times harder. Clifton Bell drives for Chris Beaver. Cones with Acosta, Ziendelar, and Fleming. 0 for 8 in her career. 2-year-old bay filly by Muscle up the goal out of I'm the Bomb by Explosive Matter. This is a homebred for Chris Beaver. 0 for 8, but 3 second-place finishes, so she's been knocking at the door, and they put trotting hobbles on 3 back, and she seemed to respond with those.
Mystical Rita is the 3. Jack Franklin in the bike for Kim Daly, who trains and owns a creatine filly from the Dream Vacation mare Short Vacation. This one's just getting started. 5 starts, 2 third-place finishes. Had a break in Greenville last week. Previous to that, a couple of third-place finishes in a row. Before that, a couple of breaks. So the 2-year-old trotters are still learning. Let's see if this one can keep it together for the whole mile today.
4 is Razzleberry Delight, Jeff Nysonger for Mark Winters and Benjamin Black, 2-year-old filly by Creatine out of the Credit Winner mare Fruition. 0 for 9 in her career, but she's hit the board in 6 of those 9 tries. Most recently had a break at Lima, finished 6th, but 2 back, was 2nd at Salina in a mile that went in 2:07.
Number 5, My Secret Money. Kenny Holiday gets the drive for Mike Sweeney. Pat Sweeney and Lemmer Racing own this Ready for Money filly. From the Muscles Yankee mare, Muscle Secret. A good one, 9 starts this year, 2 wins, 4 second-place finishes, about 8,800 in earnings. Second last week at Hicksville, a couple of breaks before that, but previously second-place finish at Bowling Green, second at Marysville, and a win going back to wherever 60HBR is.
6, yeah. Oak Harbor, I think.
Yes, thank you.
6, Cruisin' Daisy. Down Pfister drives and trains for Debbie Farrington. 2-year-old brown filly by Senator Sam out of the Master of the Vec mare Annie's Master. Homebred for Debbie. 0 for 4, third-place finish, 2 back at Croton. This one's been in a couple of fourth-place efforts. She doesn't seem to have any braking issues. She stays flat, relatively speaking. Her last 3 tries, she's been flat, but she's got to get a little bit quicker from the outside post.
The Farringtons have been a family of generations of trotters
right here in Richwood.
From right here in Richwood, and the tradition continues. The best of luck to Debbie and this local starter. This is 2-year-old filly trot, $7,200. Horses are approaching the starting gate slowly. No tote board or parimutuel here, so we're just rooting for nice, clean, fast races. Let's go up to Doug.
Up and trotting, Mystical Rita goes right out to the front and jumps it off. Mystical Rita soft stride, moving through. Always Princess on the inside to grab the lead. Racing on the outside, fielder trotters into the turn. My Secret Money and Doc Holliday headed to the front end. Doc Holliday clears to the front with My Secret Money. Giving way second, Always Princess. Racing third, 10 times harder. Trotting fourth as you race across the backside. Cruisin' Daisy racing fifth as they head on over to the opening quarter. That is Razzleberry Delight and off stride. Mystical Rita trails the field. They trot by the opening quarter. The end of the turn, My Secret Money and Doc Holliday have the filly trotters by the quarter and 30 and 2/5. Always Princess right there second. Racing third, 10 times harder. Trotting fourth is Cruisin' Daisy. Racing fifth is Razzleberry Delight and trailing the field. Mystical Rita. Fillies in straight alignment as they pass the stand for the first time and trot on over to the half on top of the field and showing away. My Secret Money has a 5-length lead. Always Princess is second. Then it's another 5 to 10 times harder. 3 back to Cruisin' Daisy in fourth. Second to last, Razzleberry Delight. Halfway home in 101 and trailing the field is Mystical Rita. They trot across the backside for the final time, and leading the way down the backside is My Secret Money. Racing second is Always Princess. 10 times harder third. Running fourth, Cruisin' Daisy. Raspberry Delight fifth, and Mystica Rita can see them all. They're by the 3/4 mark and into the car turn with the lead. My Secret Money. The 2-year-old Bay filly by Ready for Money, looking for her third of the season, has them by 3/4 and 130 and 4/5. Always Princess is second, running third. 10 times harder. They come to the top of the stretch. The leader, My Secret Money. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. 10 times harder on the outside. Through the lane, they trot, coming to the line. My Secret Money. Home second. Always Princess third. The 2, 10 times harder.
I think he ran out of gas right on time.
Yeah.
3/5.
That is a 32-4 last quarter.
Yeah, 30-2 to start, 31 the second quarter, 29-4 the third quarter, and then
I'm done
we're
now.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good thing they only go around twice, not 3 times.
2.5 probably would have gotten him beat that time.
Yeah.
Kenny Holiday with the wire to wire. Cut a little bit of a break. 3 horses went out at the start, but the 3 was in between Kenny and the rail, and that one broke, which made it a little bit easier for him to get to the top. And from there, it was not a difficult ride.
Well, pretty good gate speed for her to get off the car so quickly, though. 30-2.
I think he was excited to keep her flat.
Yeah. Second time trotting hobble. She's been nice with these trotting hobbles. Added second at Hicksville, and then a winner today. So now 3 of 10 in her career, and this will be a lifetime best, smashing the 205 and 1.
Smashing.
203 and 3 here, lifetime best. Homebred. Always like seeing the homebreds win.
Yeah, absolutely. Earnings now about $12,000. And
She
a
is
local
in the winner's
horse.
circle.
Where are you, Doug?
Here's your winner of the third race, the second division of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference 2-year-old filly trot for $7,223. Sponsored by Sullivan Farms. Number 5, My Secret Money. The 2-year-old bay filly by Ready for Money out of the Muscles Yankee mare. Secret Muscle. Third win of the season in 10 tries for My Secret Money. She's owned by Patrick Sweeney of Delaware, Lamar Racing of Michigan. Mike Sweeney trains Doc Holliday in the Socky, the mile 203, 3/5. A lifetime mark for the winner, My Secret Money. As she takes the second division of the 2-year-old filly trot.
Way to go, Doc.
Results are official. Number 1, Always Princess, 2. Number 2, 10 times harder, 3. The 3, Mystical Rita, 6. Number 4, Razzleberry Delight, 5. 5, My Secret Money, the winner. Number 6, Cruisin' Daisy, 4. Winning time, 2:03, 3/5. 30 and 2/5. 1:01, 1:30 and 4/5. Top down reads 236, 514 on the bottom.
3 in the books.
3 in the books. We're 42% of the way through the first card.
I was not going to try and do that math. I can do the math on 8s. I've learned the math on 8s. It's 12.5%, 1 out of 8. But
Yeah.
7s, I don't have the math down on 7.
I'm just estimating.
Yeah. Oh. We're estimating at 42%.
We're estimating at 42, yes. We're estimating the temperature is 71 degrees and an absolutely
I think that
perfect
estimate is
day.
pretty close. Though.
That's good,
That's
right?
a good estimate, I think.
Yeah. You know what? Let's check it before we go to the break. Hang on a second. Where are we? Richwood, right?
Well,
Only 66.
We were off by about 74%.
We're off by 74%. That's right. Hey, when we come back for the fourth, we will have our 3-year-old Colt Pace. Got some fast ones in here. Purse is $7,033. The Miso Fast, the Lather Ups, the Bit of a Legends, the Well Saids. And we will introduce you to all those beautiful animals when we come back for the fourth in just a moment.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Eddie Nine Toes will lead off the fourth race on the rail in just a couple of minutes here. A Miso Fast Child. The Misos have been good for Hank and a few other people as well.
I want to know the story on this horse. I gotta message Hank on Facebook. There's got to be a story.
Behind what?
Why the horse? There's got to be an Eddie out there that has 9 toes. I mean.
Oh,
right?
there is.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it is confirmed.
yeah. Miso stands at Emerald Farm down in Magnolia, Kentucky, with really good friends of mine, Al and Lee Efferstein, and she told me the story 2 years ago. I don't remember exactly what the deal was, but there definitely is a 9-toed somebody out there that this horse is named after.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
This horse does not race like he has 9 toes, though. He races very fast.
Yeah, he's been good.
7 of 23. 6 this season, 6 wins.
6 wins this season, 12 out of 18, 24,000. I think we just need a couple more out on the track before Doug will give us the intro.
First of a few horses for the Clegg team today will come out. Widger Boys, a winner at Wellington. You just saw Widger Boys win.
Yes.
He's been good. He's been good the last five fair starts. 2 seconds, 2 wins in his last 5.
And all within the last 7 days. No.
All within the month of August.
Right?
Yeah.
All within the month of August. Yeah. You know, you look at some of the number of starts on some of these horses, and you can almost at a spot where you can look at the number of starts before you look at who the trainers are and have a pretty decent idea whose barn the horse is in. The Levans and the Cleggs, very aggressive during this time of the year. And it's paying off for them, man. They have formulas that work. There's no question about it.
Yeah, and the horses, they stay relatively sharp throughout most of the summer, too, so it's not like they get tired or anything. They still race very well when we get to the end of the fair season, fair championship day. So I'm excited for the thing that I like the most about going to all the fairs this year is the fair championship is always at Northfield because they keep it on the half mile. And,
right.
So it'll be nice because we'll have seen most of the horses.
Yep.
$50,000 finals, 8 divisions. We also, for anyone wondering, we do have a Signature Series consolation race. So horses that didn't make the Signature Series final at Delaware, I believe, can race at our track for $12,000. I think it's on Summit County, or not Summit County Fair night, but on championship night. John Hochstetler helps put that together, keeps track of the point standings and stuff. But it's a cool thing. some of the horses, some fairs don't offer points, so they
Right.
they give you points if you just win like open trots at the fairs and stuff. So John does it all, and he just tells us who's eligible, kind of deal. But if any, there's still a few fairs out there to get some points, and it's a $12,000 final at Northfield in October. So
Yeah, it's we love coming down to that part of the season. Let's see who's got the shot at the big bucks.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's go up to Doug for the introduction of the horses for this afternoon's fourth race.
Horses are on the track for the fourth race. First Division 3-year-old colt pace for $7,033. The Farrington Memorial Field is 6. Number 1 is Eddie Nine Toes, driven by Hank Levan. Number 2, With Your Boys, Braden Rhodes driving. Here's a 4, Legendary Photo, Ron Adams Jr. 5, Rose Run All-Star with Darren Ballard. And number 3 is Waffles Again, SBGR. Doc Holliday in the sulky. Wants to take one score and go to the gate.
It's us.
We're up. That's fourth race. 1 Eddie Nine Toes. Hank Levan drives and trains for Winchester Bay Acres. 3-year-old big gelding by Me So Fast. I have the Western Terror mare, Safe from Terror. This one has won 6 times this season as a 3-year-old. It's been 3 weeks, though, since he won. It was back at Croton. 27-3 last quarter at Croton for a 2-minute and 3 mile.
That is an insane final quarter at Croton.
Very, very fast. But his line showed that he probably did come home, and it doesn't look like it's a mistimed race. It just was a slow pace that he
not at
sprinted
all.
home.
Yep. Number 2 is Widger Boys, Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg, a lather-up gelding from the Art Major mare, Profound BUT. 17 starts, includes 4 wins, 3 seconds, and a third. $12,400 in earnings, a mark of 59 at Wellington, and was an $8,500 purchase. And they've got most of their money back, not including feed at this point.
Waffles Again, 3. SBGR Waffles Again. Ken Holiday drives for Mike Sweeney, and Saved by Grace Ranch. 3-year-old big gelding by Western Vintage out of the Cam Luck mare, Warm Waffles. 0 for 15 on the career. 5 third-place finishes, though, so he still made a little bit of money. Made $5,000. A couple of thirds at Hicksville and Croton, 4th at Napoleon between them.
Number 4, Legendary Photo, Rod Allums Jr. for Jane Miller. Stephen Rice, J&R Racing out of Rising Sun, owned this bit of a legend gelding from the American Ideal mare, Lyra. 11 starts, looking for a first win. Does have a second and 2 third-place finishes. Was a 4th at Hicksville. Had a little miscue at Napoleon, 5th at Attica, scratch sick. I think they're just looking for this one to give them a nice steady race around the track today.
5 Rose Run All-Star. Darren Dowler drives and trains, and co-owns with Bettler, Heidi Ratliff, and Don Tiger. 3-year-old big gelding by Well Set out of the Badlands Hanover mare, Crying Game. 0 for 10 this season, 1 for 23 in his career, a couple of 4th-place finishes recently.
Sabine's Legend is a 6. Wyatt Farmer for Tom Verney, a bit of a legend gelding for the Dragon Again mare. Sabine's Filly, 7 starts, 2 wins, and a mile of 153 at Scioto Downs earlier this year. Not too much earlier, just a couple of weeks ago. Let's go to Doug for the call.
Up in pacing, Witcher Boys goes right to the front. Heading Nine Toes protects that inside position. Field of Pacers into the turn. Coming out in third, Legendary Photo up the inside. Sabine's Legend from the second tier. Rose Run All-Star comes out in 5th, and sure in the field. Waffles Again, SGBR down the backside. Going on over to the opening quarter. Eddie Nine Toes shows the way. With your boys right there second. Then it's 3 back to Legendary Photo third. Racing fourth, Sabine's Legend. Racing 5th as they race around the turn. That is Rose Run All-Star through an opening quarter, and it's 29 seconds and trailing the field. Waffles Again, SGBR around the turn to the 3/8. Eddie Nine Toes shows the way. Racing second with your boy. He snows the helmet. Then it's 3 back to Legendary Photo as they pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the half. Sabine's Legend is next in 5th and trailing the field at the halfway point. At the half, it is Rose Run All-Star. The halfway home, the leader, Eddie Nine Toes. Halfway home in 59 and 2. Down the backside of the three-quarters, Eddie Nine Toes LeBam will guide him on to the backside. He racing second is With Your Boys. Racing third, Legendary Photo. Pacing for Sabine's Legend. Rose Run All-Star trails the field, but only 8 from the front end. The pace quickens around the three-quarter mark. Eddie Nine Toes the leader. With Your Boys right there second. Out and on the move to the outside. Here comes Wyatt Farmer. Sabine's Legend was fourth, now third and closing in. 3/4 in 128. They circle the far turn. Eddie Nine Toes with the lead. With Your Boys is second. Sabine's Legend is coming at him on the outside. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. It's Eddie Nine Toes. Sabine's Legend just keeps on coming. Coming to the line, Eddie Nine Toes. Sabine's Legend on the outside will get up for second. With Your Boys home third. But it's all Eddie Nine Toes.
7 wins and 19 starts.
The mile 157.
Whoa.
57 and 3.
Last
back
half. Yeah.
That horse was, I'd say that's a huge move then from the 6. Sabine's Legend sustained that long.
Yeah, and to close like that
Yeah.
against those last half fractions.
On track with not a lot of banking in the turn to stay out there in the
that's
2
awesome.
path. Both of those horses raced well. With Your Boys ends up third from the pocket. Eddie Nine Toes, though. Wow, is he strong late in his miles. Look at those last quarters, 27 and 3, 28 and 3, 28 and 3. Today he's got a 29 flat. He can really finish them off.
I hope this one makes it to Scioto before the meet closes. Probably won't.
Yeah.
But at Delaware, if the horse goes at 55 and 1 at Bucyrus, that's probably a 54, maybe a 53 and a piece up at Delaware, depending on the trip.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how fast. Delaware last year was very fast compared to a lot of trail. Every horse was 2-3 seconds faster
Than where they had been.
than
Yeah.
where they had been on half miles before.
Yep.
So I mean, I know that the track is in very great shape.
Yeah.
To begin with, but I don't know if it has to do with the turns down there. But boy, were they fast! Some of those, if those horses when they would come up to Northfield after Delaware week. You had to add 2 seconds.
Right.
So it looked like, oh, wow, the horse went 55. It's like realistically, he was like a 57. So from a handicapping standpoint, but it doesn't matter how fast you go. It's whoever crosses the line first gets paid. Whether
Yeah,
it's in
exactly
150
right.
or 220.
I always take a picture and send it to the folks that have me so on their farm after he wins a race.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is fast. Me so fast, son. Eddie Nine Toes.
$33, blanket by Farrington Memorial. Number 1, Eddie Nine Toes. The 3-year-old bay go to the son of Me So Fast out of the Western Terramare, safe from tear. Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando, Florida, owned. This is a homebred. Hank LeBand trains and drives the winner of the mile 157. Results are official. Number 1, Eddie Nine Toes, the winner. 2 With Your Boys, 3 Waffles again. SGDR did not finish. 4 Legendary Photo, 4. 5 Rose Run All-Star, 5, and number 6 Sabine's Legend, 2. The time 1:57, the quarter 29, half 59 and 2, 3/4 1:28. 1-3 did not finish. 4-5, 2 on the bottom.
57 and 3. What did you say the track record was? 55 and a piece?
55 and 4, yeah. That was fast. I guess it's in shouting distance, but 55 and 4 on a fair track is very strong.
It's insane.
That was very fast. That was a Friday Night Blues in 2019 McCowan team trainer driver. Well, we're 4 in the books. Now we're over halfway.
Yes, we are.
Somewhere around the 58% mark. And after these messages, we'll be back with the 5th.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments, at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standard Bred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Okay, time to get your pick 3 bets in. Close out the morning card.
Yeah, late pick 3 time. 50-cent base bet or a dollar? What do we got?
$5.
$5 bet.
Yeah.
You know,
Short fields. You got to really make an investment
I'm not going to get into it here, but I do think raising the minimums in bets is something that would be helpful in our game.
Yeah, because you raise the minimum on the bets, and then we're going to have bigger purses at some point, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah, harder.
Great.
Makes it harder to spread too, so it'll give you higher payouts. Something that I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I do think would be worth at least trying.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah. Although, don't ever take away my 10-cent superfecta box at the Meadowlands, because I love that $12 bet with 5 horses.
5-horse box?
Yeah, for $12.
I like that.
It's pretty cool.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because it's $240 for 4, and if you had a 5th horse, $240
yeah.
times 5.
Yeah.
I never started playing supers. I have a hard enough time playing exactas. I can't go to 4 horses.
I only play them because there's 12 for 5 horses. That's it. I mean, otherwise I don't do it because I'm always, if I'm not boxing, I'm always picking all,
Right.
in the final. And when you pick all in a 10-horse field anywhere, even if you just have 1 horse for first, second, and third, and then do an all, you're making like a $12 or $14 bet. But you got to hit a triple in order to cash. Right. So it's
and
just
a cold triple.
And a cold triple, yeah. So they're challenging. Actually, in my old age, as I've settled in to be a very content little handicapper and finally learned that you can't bet the horses that you think could win the race. You have to bet the horses that you think will win the race. I've just moved a lot to win, place, and show. I'm just picking a horse. And I've got friends that'll only bet win and friends that'll only bet win in place. I'm like, if you think he's going to win, then you think he's going to place. And if you think he's going to place, then you think he's going to show. So, even if you're only getting back $220, on a show bet for a favorite, you're still getting something back to offset your losses for not winning first and second.
Right.
So it doesn't make any sense to do anything. If you're betting a horse straight up, I'm an across the board kind of dude.
Yeah, I've played it all. I started as a place, when I was not even 18. I was, $1 to show, and then it became $1 to place, and then it became $2 to win, and then you just evolve, and then you get all the way to, then you start playing exactas, then you start playing exacta boxes, and then it's key boxes, and then you move on to pick 3s and then all of a sudden, I've played basically every bet there is out there.
Yeah, me too.
I've come back to starting to put, if I'm playing now, it becomes 80% of my bet is going to be a win bet, and then only 20% in the exacta.
That's a good way to do it.
It used
I like
to be
that split.
80% exacta, and then I'd bet the horse I like to win for like $5, and
Right.
then you win at 6-7 to 1, you get $30, but I bet 40 in the race, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
I lost.
Yep.
So now I've kind of, in that scenario, would evolve to maybe a $20 win bet and then a $3 exacta instead.
Sure.
So at least if I blow the exacta, I still have
still got the
60,
money.
70
Yep.
bucks on the win bet or something.
Yep.
So, and you still profit when you pick a winner, which is
Yeah.
that's only half the battle. It's
Yeah.
betting the other half. But I still enjoy the thrill of a pick 4 or pick 5. Nothing beats when you're alive, and then the possibilities of, if this horse wins at 10 to 1, and then now I'm through 2 legs, and then wow, now I'm alive for, and then seeing what you're gonna win too.
I know.
And having to sweat for 25 minutes before the race,
The
and
will,
then losing.
the will pay.
Yeah,
and
the
then
will
losing.
pay is fun.
Yeah.
I was alive good at Saratoga. Saturday I was down at Gulfstream filling in, but it was Travers Day, so I kind of like preloaded some bets. So I just put a little bit in. I was alive I had a $2 pick 3 that was paying $4.35 for $1.
Whoa.
To a favorite. It wasn't like I was to a long shot. I singled a 9-1 shot in the first leg.
Nice.
Used 3 horses in the second, get a 9-1.
Yeah.
And then I single in the last. It was just a $6 ticket. $2.
Yeah.
$2 pick
2
3.
across.
1 by 3 by 1. And so I was alive 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 8 to 5 favorite. I need for 900, and he was third. So, but that's a good for $6. I mean, think if you bet $6 to win on the favorite, the horse is paying
huge.
$18.
Yeah, no, that's huge. How
So,
good is Sovereignty?
That was some. I almost said some mile thinking of harness, but that was some performance.
Oh my goodness.
And it bothers me people that are like, oh, he's not beating anything. I don't care. He's destroying them.
Right.
You can only beat what you race against.
Right. It's not his fault.
Don't punish the horse.
No.
Here's
Up to Doug. Yeah, up to Doug for the introduction of the 5th.
Horses have been called for the 5th race, 2nd division. The 3-year-old colt pace, $7,033. The Montcross Memorial field is 6. Braden Rhodes to drive the 5. Doc Holliday will drive the 6. And these are the horses. Number 1 is Serious Colt, driven by Hank Levan. Number 2, Grew, Ron Adams Jr. drives. Number 3 is Bossa Nova Star, driven by Clifton Bell. 4, Suddenly Spatial, Kevin Wolf, the driver. Number 5 is Center Story with Braden Rhodes. Rounding out the field, number 6, Mama Said Zip It, Doc Holliday in the sulky. Horse to take 1 score and go to the gate.
Okay, let's talk about these 3-year-old colt pacers here in the 5th race. From the rail out, number 1 is Serious Colt. Hank Levan trains and drives. Levan Stables, Megan Levan and Richard Freese at a Northfield Park are the owners here. This Fear the Dragon gelding from the Sun Beach Somewhere mare Sirius filly, 19 starts, $12,400 in earnings, has a win, 2 seconds, 6 third-place finishes, a mark at 203 at Ottawa. Coming off a third-place finish, parked out a pretty quick middle half there. 30-1, 159 at Greenville before that. Third, fourth, fourth. A little moneymaker here, even though it's just the 1 win. 12,000 in earnings so far this year.
For all the Despicable Me fans out there, the 2 is Grew. Rod Alums Jr. drives for Janie Weller. Stephen Rise co-owns with her. 3 are big in by a bit of a legend out of the Mach 3 mare. Odysseus? I don't know.
Odysseus? Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
You would think I would know that as an announcer. Second, most recently at Hicksville, a winner at Attica, impressively 5 length, 201 and 4. He's clocked in 59-2 at Bucyrus, finishing 5th back on July 17th.
Bossa Nova Star, the 3-horse Clifton Bell for Jeffrey Short, who trains and owns a well-said gelding from the 4-star Shark mare Megastar. 10 starts this year, 1 win, 1 second-place finish, just under 5,000 in earnings, mark of 2 minutes and a piece at Napoleon, at a 6th-place finish at Hicksville from the 2nd tier, parked to the 1st quarter, a win before that. 7-hole at Scioto for 7,000, didn't show too much that night, but this one should be good here. Has raced as fast as 54-3 at Scioto Downs.
5, Center Story, Braden Rhodes driving for the Clegg team, the most accomplished of the group. 10 wins from 48 tries, and he's hit the board in 39 of those 48 tries. Been very consistent. He has post 5.
I think we skipped the 4, Suddenly Special. Kenny Wolf
Did I
drives,
skip the 4? I
trains,
did.
and
I'm
owns.
sorry.
Western Vintage Gelding, Jake Lobel, 10 starts, looking for a first win.
And 6, Mama Said Zip It. Ken Holiday drives from the far outside, comes off a win at Hicksville. Here's Doug Ballinger with the call.
They were off and facing the far outside. Center Story for the lead. They're 4 wide into the turn. Grew up the inside, protecting that inside position. Boston of a Star comes out in second. Racing third, Suddenly Spatial. The inside, Center Story fourth. Serious Colt races fifth. The early trader, Mama Said Zip It. Down the backside, going to the opening quarter. Long mile on the outside, trying to clear to the front for Boston of a Star. Clifton Bell through to the inside. Didn't want to give up that battle. Racing third, Suddenly Spatial. Into the turn fourth. Center Story racing fifth on the outside. Round the turn, Mama Said Zip It, and Serious Cold is the trader. Opening panel paced in 28 and a fifth, and backing off and taking a seat as they come on over to the halfway point. Bouncing over Star. Early battle is won, but Grew on over to the half they come. Grew shows the way. Racing second, Boston over Star. On the outside, first to move, Center Story with live cover. Mama Said Zip It. Racing to the inside. Suddenly Spatial and turning the field. Serious Colt, they're halfway home in 58 seconds. On the 5/8 they go. Drew and Ron Adams Jr. will guide them to the backside. Out and on the move on the outside. Center Story on the outside third. Mama Said Zip It. Buried fourth is Bossa Nova Star. Up the inside, Suddenly Spatial is fifth. Serious Colt begins his move to the outside. He stacked up third over. We got 3 in, we got 3 out. They enter the far turn, and Grew has the lead. He'll guide them into the far turn with a neck lead over Center Story. 3/4 pace, 127 and 3. Mama Said Zip It is next. The inside, Bossa Nova Star. From the back of the pack, here comes Serious Colt. They're off the turn. They're on their way home in the Mockross Memorial pace. And Grew has the lead for Rod Adams. The outside, Center Story coming to the line. Grew is almost there. On the line, it will be Grew. Center Story second. Mama Said Zip It will finish third. 158 2/5.
Kenny, I did not think that Grew was going to be able to hold on after those early fractions, but the horse showed us more than what he previously had showed. So pretty impressive mile there.
Yeah, I mean he's raced well this season, but just 28-1, being pressured with a horse right on your outside every step of that quarter, I thought for sure he was going to tire. But I guess Rod Adams Jr. He knew what was going on. When you have the best horse in the race, you put him on the lead. Doesn't matter what the pace is.
No, did real good. Second win in 9 starts this year. That's 6 out of 9 in the money. Takes earnings up to about $16,000 and change for this bit of a legend gelding.
Lifetime best, 158 and 2.
Boom.
Not surprising they come home a little slow, 30 and 4 last quarter, but they ripped through the first 3 quarters
Yeah, they
of that
did.
race. You know, and it was we were obviously off the air, but Braden Rhodes, I thought, did a very heads-up drive there with Center Story, but he obviously wanted to go to the front, but he gets stacked up 4 wide, and you see that, Clifton Bell's horse probably wasn't going to clear the lead, so he takes back and says, I'll wait, gets a little bit of a breather, saves ground, and comes to the outside and gave his horse a real chance at winning. I mean, he was just second best, but he gave himself if he stays out there, parked out there, he's going to finish fourth or fifth or last.
And we talked about that.
Real chance.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that yesterday, how the young guns, quote unquote, from fair to fair and certainly from year to year, you can see their growth and how they drive. You can see that they're picking up, that they're learning, that they're smart. There was probably a time when Braden would have just, kept going for it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But no, it's cool. Let's go to Doug for the winner's circle.
Colt pays for $7,033. Number 2, Guru. Real big little son, a bit of a legend out of the mock premier, Audacious. Second win of the season, Stephen Reese. Republic and Jane Weller, the Republic owned. Jane Weller trains. Ron Adams Jr. in the Socky. See the mile, 158 2/5.
He's usually a trotting dude.
Mockross Memorial. Results are official. Number 1, Serious Colt, 5. Number 2, Grew, the winner. 3, Bossa Nova Star, 6. Number 4, Suddenly Spatial, 4. 5, Center Story, 2. Number 6, Mama Said Zip It, 3. Time of the mile, 158 2/5. The quarter, 28 and 1. The half 58, 3/4, 127 and 3. 516, 4-2, 3 on the bottom.
Late double.
The get out double. We're 5 down. We have 2 to go on day 1. Day 2's card is at 3 o'clock, so be sure to stick with us. But after these messages, we'll bring you the 6th.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Sixth race is coming up next. We're just talking about racetracks and shapes and sizes and things of that nature and the impact that it has on certain horses. Most of the tracks that we have here at the fairs in Ohio are similar in terms of their layout, but there are exceptions.
Oh, yeah, that's like touched on it earlier. Just there's so many characteristics with these fairs that these guys have to learn, and then just talking about Braden and learning, you know, maybe being a little more patient with that drive in that race. And it's the same thing with the trainers. They have to learn, you know, which horses, you know, maybe they don't even take a horse to a certain fair because this horse ain't going to get over Rock Springs, or he's not going to get over Lisbon because it's too tight.
Yep.
But, you know, he'll be good at Richwood because it's more of a kind of
wide
normal
open
style half mile. You know, characteristics they all have to learn, and some horses suit better at one fair than the other. Speed is more dominant at some fairs than others. Obviously, Lisbon with those tight turns, it's like impossible to pass if you don't pass on the straightaway.
Yeah, I watched the races from Lisbon this year. I don't think I've ever been up there, but I did watch the races this year. It was kind of blown away at how narrow it is.
Very, very narrow. And the thing about that track, too, that was cool was that you have to walk up a hill to get to the grandstand. The track's almost like they dug the track
down
out.
in.
Yeah.
Is that right?
When you're looking down, you can't even see like the forepath because you're up 10, 15 feet.
Oh, wow.
So when you're looking, you only can see, you know, 3 paths.
Three
so it looks
paths.
even more narrow.
Huh.
But it was a nice place, and it was cool there. I've had some good weather. I've been fortunate, so knock on wood. I'm announced Canton tomorrow and Thursday. I probably just jinxed them and it's going to rain or something, but
You'll be all right.
And then Burton Friday, the great Geauga County Fair.
That's closer for you, right?
Yeah, that one's it's still about an hour.
Is it? Yeah.
But the Canton's the closest. Canton's one of the closest.
Yeah.
It's only 35 minutes.
Do you live close to the track? Are you up in that neighborhood?
I live in the Falls, Cuyahoga Falls.
Oh, okay.
So it's only like 20 minutes from Northfield.
Oh, perfect.
I used to, my first year here, I was 40 minutes from Northfield, and that was not fun leaving at 12, 15 at night, getting home at 1 in the morning.
No.
If it snowed, it took over an hour sometimes, depending on how bad the road was. So
So tell us the average schedule of an announcer at a prime racetrack. What time? When do you first see the entries for the next day, and how do you go through the whole approach? Give just a summary, not the detail.
No, summary. Okay, so I'll take out the race office day, and just because I do work in the race office one day, so I see the entries then. But normally I don't really look at a program until the day of. We'll handicap if I can during the day. Somewhere, it takes me about an hour or so to handicap a card.
Right.
If not, I handicap when I get there about 5 o'clock. That gets me right up to 6. Get the scratches at 5:30. Give those out. Scratches again at 5:45. By 6, TV has my picks. We're ready to go. And then when the horses come on the track for the first race, that's when
You're good to go.
Good to go. Yeah.
Sounds good. Perfect.
No real. I don't study a whole
So
lot.
it's just like this.
Yeah. Basically, very similar. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't look before the races.
Well, you make yourself crazy if you
I
spend
make my
too much
selections,
time.
but I don't
Right.
look to for an announcing standpoint to remember any names.
And who else makes selections when you guys post your selections before a race?
Yeah, it's Gold Sheet Bob. So he gives out a tip sheet and stuff. I don't have a sheet. Mine is just like race to race on there. Mostly because I don't have it done until 5:30 usually, so it wouldn't be time to print. I mean, if I had to do a sheet, I would obviously do it the night before, but I have kind of a routine where it's like I don't need to look the night before because I know how long it takes me. And but yeah, that's the night.
That's
at
the deal.
Northfield. And then you go to midnight and go home.
And Northfield has more racing days than anybody else in the state, as I understand it, right?
I think more days than
Almost.
only track that races more is Mohawk and Yonkers.
And Yonkers, right. Hey, let's go to Doug for the introduction of the horses for the 6th race, the 3-year-old filly Pace with a purse of $6,000.
Horses are on the track for the 6th race. 3-year-old filly Pace, Fair Racing Conference, First Division. Total purse $13,966. This division for $6,748. T&G Farms blanket. Number 1 is Cruising with Tony, the driver Don Feaster. Number 2 is Judge Me Again with Clifton Bell. 3, Western Scott, Ryan Stahl drives. Here's a 5, Call Me Over to Hell, Rod Adams Jr. And number 4, Legendary Owl, Hank Levan in her sulky. Horse to take 1, score, and go to the gate.
There's our field for the 6th 3-year-old filly Pacers. $6,748. 1, Cruising with Tony. Don Pfister drives and trains for owners Don and Marcia Brake. 3-year-old Bay Filly Bay Yankee Cruiser out of the artificial mare, The Lady Vanishes. Just 2 starts so far. 6th and a 5th. This one's still learning, but gets the benefit of the rail here for her 3rd try.
Number 2 is Judge Me Again. Clifton Bell on the bike for Chris Beaver. Shares ownership with Burnett, Fleming, and Holman. This is a Western vintage filly from the great Some Beach Somewhere. A mare naked at the beach. 14 starts this year. 10 out of 14 in the money, including 3 wins. A superb $45,000 in earnings and a mark of 151.3 at Scioto Downs.
3, Western Sky, Ryan Stahl, program change and will drive for Terry Henry and Joyce Wagner, the owner. 3-year-old Bay Filly by Big Bam Ray out of the Western Hanover mare, Western 6. Homebred for Joyce, 0 for 6 in this one's career, but does have a 4th place finish clocked in 59-2 at Oak Harbor on July 13th.
The 4 is Legendary L. Hank Levan trains and drives. Levan Stables, Demofall Racing, and Megan Levan share ownership. A bit of a legend filly from the Western Ideal mare, Albrizi, Hanover. 10 impressive wins and 17 starts this year, along with a 2nd and a 3rd, $47,000 in earnings, and a mark of 152 at Scioto Downs.
And the 5, Call Me Over to Hill, Rod Allums Jr. drives for Jamie Weller, owner Stephen Rise and J&R Racing. 3-year-old Racing Hill filly out of the Western Terror mare, Call Me Lil Terror. 1 win, it was most recently. She just broke her maiden at Hicksville, dead heating by a nose, so actually tied for win there. But she's hit the board in 9 of her 13 tries and has made 13,000. Has the outside post, has a clocking of 58-3 back at Tiffin.
You take out the 1 and the 3 and just look at the performances of the 2, 3, and 4. The 2, 4, and 5 so far this year. Out of 44 starts, 31 of them have finished 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I think that's 80%.
Yeah, very good, and a lot of money too. But actually, Yeah, over 100,000 between
Between
those
the
two.
three.
So
The two.
those three,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So a lot of money have gone to the way of these three fillies. They would be dominating the parimutuel if we had it here.
If we had it. First half of the late double, I'm taking the 4.
I'll go with Chris Beaver just for the sake of having a different pick, but the 4 looks very tough. Most recently in a Buckeye Stallion in Northfield at 53-3. This one's very talented.
So we'll share a box ticket.
We'll share about. There we go. We'll take 2-4.
2-4.
Here's Doug with the call of race 6, $6,748.
Judge me again, Western Sky, Legendary Ellen. Call me. Over the hill will be on the outside. Full gate of 5. First division, 3-year-old filly Pacers for $6,748. Sponsored by TNG Farms. We're all in behind the Mike Breckenberg starting gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're up and pacing Legendary out. Hank Levan fire for the lead from the inside. Cruising with Tony up the inside. Call me over the hill. Comes out in third. Racing for the Western Sky. The early trader. As he reached down the backside. Cruising with Tony. Going on over the opening quarter. Chop of the field. Judge me again. Shows the way. Legendary out taking that 2-hole trip. Racing third, call me over the hill. Western Sky fourth. Cruising with Tony trails the field fifth. About 8 lengths from the front as they race by the opening quarter. Moving to the turn and head to the 3/8. Clifton Bell, Judge me again, takes the field of Pacers by the quarter and 29 and 2/5. Legendary Al is second. Call me over the hill. Racing third. Moving to the outside. Fourth is Western Sky. It passed the stand for the first time. Trailing the field. Cruising with Tony. Still in straight alignment. No movement as yet to go after the leader as they come to the half. At the halfway point on the front end. Judge me again has the lead. Legendary Al right there second. Call me over the hill. Racing third. Racing fourth is Western Sky. Cruising with Tony trails the field. The half in a minute and 4/5 to the 5/8 they go. Judge me again will guide the fellas to the backside. Leading away by a length. Legendary Al takes a peek to the outside. And here comes Legendary Al. She's out and on the move on the outside. Now second up the inside. Call me over the hill third. Western Sky fourth. Cruising with Tony trails the field. And the paddle's on the front end on the inside. Judge me again. Legendary Al. They're matching strides. They're off 3/4. 129 and 4. Call me over the hill. Will have to come 3 wide. They come to the top of the stretch. And Legendary Al pokes ahead in front. Judge me again second. Call me over the hill. Will come to the grandstand side. Through the lane they pace. It is Legendary Al. Call me over the hill. Just keeps on cutting. But on the line, Legendary Al. Call me over the hill and judge me again.
159.
159.
I mean, considering where Call Me Over the Hill was, you know, at the 3/4 pole, it was pretty impressive to get up for a second there.
Yeah, that was a sustained bid. Good thing I didn't bet lunch. Hank Levan, first driver to double up today. Legendary L. 11 wins from 18 tries. Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right?
And like I said, right before or right after the race, she was so good in that Buckeye too. 53 and 3. She raced. I mean, it doesn't look like she did a lot of pacing, but she was fast late. 27 and 4.
Yeah.
This is a very nice daughter, a bit of a legend. That'll put her over 50,000 on the year.
That's really good. It was a $9,000 purchase a couple of years ago.
I think they're happy with their investment.
I can't imagine they wouldn't be. They've held on to this one.
Yeah.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah, you know, I have noticed that. Maybe you would know more just from knowing more racing and doing a lot of these fairs. I mean, you've done them for a few years now.
Yeah, it's my 3rd season.
Yeah. The Levans, they don't keep all of them.
No.
Especially when they get toward the end of the season.
Yes, they turn them. They do. They are constantly looking, constantly shopping, active at all of the sales, all the local sales, looking for deals. Yeah, they're
they like to sell I'm assuming sell the 3-year-olds for the most part and go to be able to go back and buy more yearlings.
Unless there's something special, yeah. They like to go back and reinvest. And they love the fairs. I mean, they just, they make a great living for a very large family off of it. And there's so many of them that are involved in the sport and work the horses and everything. I mean, it's just it's a really cool thing, to have a whole big family taken on top of all of it.
We're going to have LOL in the winner's circle in this race. Lots of Levans.
Lots of Levans. Oh, these guys came down, yeah.
They didn't go in for the first one.
No, they didn't. Huh.
Oh, this is their last horse of the day in the afternoon card. They don't have one in the 7th, so.
One of the 6th. The first division of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference 3-year-old filly pace for $6,748. Number 4, Legendary L. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Bit of a Legend out of the Western Ideal mare. Albitsi Hanover, her 11th win of the season. Her 15th of her career. She's owned by the Levan Stables, Dharma Fall Racing, and Megan Levan. She's trained and driven to victory by Hank Levan. Hank gets his 2nd winning drive of the evening. And in the sulky, Perry Levan. This race sponsored by TNG Farms. Results are official. Number 1, Cruising with Tony, 5. Number 2, Judge Me Again, 3. The 3, Western Sky, 4. Number 4, Legendary Owl, the winner. Number 5, Call Me Over the Hill, 2. The mile, 1:59, 29 and 3. Minute 4/5, 1:29 and 4. Top down, 5, 3, 4. 1, 2 on the bottom.
Something I learned about Hank at some of these fairs, if you notice, obviously they always have a lot of people at the winner's circle. It's all, like you said, it's a whole family affair and a lot of relatives and stuff. And with the 2-year-olds, Hank usually doesn't let the kids sit in the bike. I've noticed that and was told that if you watch, with the 2-year-olds, he usually doesn't put his son, I'm assuming it's his son or daughter in the bike, just because you never know with the 2-year-olds. But with the 3-year-olds, they're usually much more calmer and obviously.
You're suggesting he loves his children.
Yes. Good dad, Hank. No,
Good
Hank's
dad,
a good guy. I've met him a couple times and talked to him. He's been nothing but nice, and I always root for them at the fairs.
Yeah, he's always receptive to a chat, too.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
appreciative and considers himself very blessed, which is a big part of it. 7th and the final when we come back. How fast do we get this done in? We started at 11, 12:40, 12:45. Yeah, less than 2 hours for 7 races. That's Doug Ballinger time talking right there. The 7th race is the 2nd division of the 3-year-old filly pace with a purse of $6,648, and somebody is going to break their maiden. We'll be back for the 7th right after these messages.
For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person, not a policy. Whether you raise crops, livestock, or own the family farm, CoverLink's farm insurance can be tailored to meet your needs. Trusted advice and solutions to protect what matters most. Great service from great people, CoverLink Insurance.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, ready for money, Monty Mickey, summa cum laude, and bit of a legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
On track for the finale. Just a field of 4. Everybody gets paid. Someone breaks their maiden, as we have 4 non-winners in here. 3-year-old filly Pacers, $6,648. So one of these 4's going home with $3,300 in about 3 minutes.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty cool stuff.
No winners, and actually these 4 still learning. Still, a lot of them are very lightly raced. I mean, the one only has 3 starts, the 2 only has 5 starts, so they're still very, very young, these 3-year-olds. Not all 4 of them did not race as 2-year-olds. A lot of similarities in this field. None of them raced as 2-year-olds. None of them have won. None of them have finished in the top 2. So a lot of similarities with all these.
So what's the over-under on breaks?
1.5.
Yeah.
And the over-under in the time is like 2:05.
Yep, I'm with you. I mean, the 3 that's Kyle last year was a $20,000 purchase. This one needs to kick it in gear a little bit. Let's go up to Doug for the introduction of the horses for our finale.
On the track for the 7th race, Second Division Ohio Fair Racing Conference, 3-year-old filly Pace. This division for $6,748. North Union Veterans Memorial. Scratch the 5, Twin Bee Beach side. Ryan Stahl to drive the 2, Jim Ella. These are the horses. Number 1 is Gorgeous Grace. The driver, Hank Levan. Number 2 is Jim Ella, driven by Ryan Stahl. Three, Caesar Smoke Show with Kyle Ladd. And number 4, May the Horse Be With You, Doc Holliday. In her sulky, scratch the 5, Twin Bee Beach side, Ryan Stahl to drive the 2. Horse to take 1 score and go to the gate.
Was and I had it was 95 and humid as can possibly be, and I was doing the races from the paddock because there's no tote board or screen in the infield in Oak Park to be able to watch the races. You have to be inside the grandstand, quote unquote, which is a 3,000 square ballroom with round tables and a couple of monitors up on the ceiling. Anyway, so from the paddock, there was a beautiful monitor, and I was doing my interviews with the guys that are in the paddock all day long and stuff, and everybody was there. David, Yannick, Dexter, everybody was there that day. I mean, it was a great day, but that delay between the 30th and the 31st race was just killer. And Oak Grove, from where I am on the east side of Columbus, is a mere 6-hour drive.
So you had a
to get back
12-hour
home.
day at the track and then a
Yeah.
6-hour day.
Should we bang these out real quick?
Yeah, real quick. 1, Gorgeous Grace, Hank Levan for Ed Bibler and Elizabeth Quaintance. 0 for 3 in his career, has the rail.
Gemella is the 2. Ryan Stahl for Terry Henry and Joyce Wagner. A Big Bam Ray filly, 5 starts, nothing to show for it yet.
3, She's a Smoke Show, $20,000 purchase. Kyle Ladd drives, trains, cones with Ryan Schaefer, timed in 59 and 2 at Salina.
And the 4 is May the Horse Be With You. Kenny Holliday trains and drives for Greg Luther, a well-said filly, 6 starts, 3 third-place finishes. Let's go up to Doug Ballinger for the call of the 7th race, the 2nd division, and the 3-year-old filly Pace.
Up in Pacey next. May the Horse Be With You. Right out to the front. On the inside, She's a Smoke Show. Up the inside, Gorgeous Grace is 3rd. Running the field, Gemma Ella. On over to the opening 8. They going up on the outside. Down Holiday in. May the horse be with you as grabbed the lead. Racing second. She's a smoke show. Kyle Ladd. Racing third. Gorgeous Grace and trailing the field. Giamella across the backside for the first time, going to the opening quarter. May the horse be with you. The 3-year-old Bay Philip by Well Said, looking for her first career win, shows the way. She's a smoke show. Right there, nose to helmet through a quarter, 29 3/5. Gorgeous Grace races third, and Giamella can see them all. Passing the stand for the first time, that come to the hat. On top of the field, may the horse be with you. And Doc Holiday have a length lead over She's a Smoke Show and Kyle Ladd. Gorgeous Grace with Hank Levan third and Jim Allen Ryan Stall. Trio of the field, they're halfway home. It's a length and a half lead for May the Horse Be With You. She's a Smoke Show next in second. Gorgeous Grace is third. Jim Allen trails the field off a half. In a minute and a fifth, they head to the 5-8. May the Horse Be With You has the lead. She's a Smoke Show right there at second. Gorgeous Grace is third. Trailing the field, Giamella across the backside for the final time. She's a Smoke Show and Kyle Ladd's out and on the move on the outside. And after the leader, May the Horse Be With You. May the Horse Be With You on the inside. She's a Smoke Show on the outside. Pokes ahead in front. Behind those leaders, Gorgeous Grace is third. Giamella trails the field. 3/4 paced in 1:31. They circle the far turn. And on the outside, She's a Smoke Show and Kyle Ladd have cleared to the front. May the Horse Be With You is second. Gorgeous Grace is third. Giamella is fourth. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. It's She's a Smoke Show on the outside. The inside, May the Horse Be With You. Coming to the line. She's a Smoke Show and Kyle Ladd to take the second division of the 3-year-old filly pace. May the Horse Be With You second. Gorgeous Grace will finish third. Finishing fourth, the 2, Giamella. The mile 2:01.
Well,
Nice.
if you took under both of our bets, you would have won. 1.5 breakers. We only had one, and I was not. I thought in a 4-horse field that they would be a little more reserved early, but they were geared up to go. And Kyle was trying to do the same thing that Rod Ullams Jr. did a couple races ago. I'm on the best horse.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And congratulations to Kyle. He owns, trains, and drives this one. And as we mentioned, they bought this horse for this filly for $20,000 and has only had 3 third-place finishes. Almost doubled earnings today, picking this check up for about $3,500. And had made $4,100 before the race, so they're getting some of their money back.
Starting to chip away at it,
and that'll make the horse and Kyle feel better about the next attempt. Coming off of that pretty impressive sitting a 2-hole and a win, I was kind of glad to see him back off there before the quarter and let Kenny go.
Yeah, just kind of stung him just enough.
Just enough.
And then I'll sit back and then pounce again at 3/4. That's what he did, and he drew off. I don't know, 3 lengths.
3 lengths, yeah, pretty easy once they turned for home. It was a done deal.
She's a Smoke Show. Headed back into the winner's circle, bred by Odds on Noir of Florida. I wonder if this horse was a Virgil Morgan horse at one point. Usually they have all those odds on horses.
Yeah,
Odds
on racing at a Boca. Yeah.
3-year-old filly pace for $6,748. Sponsored by North Union Veterans Memorial. Number 3, She's a Smoke Show.
Soak it up, man. Take your time.
Lather up out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Odds on Sarasota. Kyle Ladd, Finley. Ryan Schaefer, Finley, Ohio. Own Kyle Ladd trains and drives the winner. First career win for the winner, She's a Smoke Show, the mile 2:01. Results are official. Number 1, Gorgeous Grace, 3. Number 2, Giamella, 4. 3, She's a Smoke Show, the winner. Number 4, May the Horse Be With You, 2. And number 5, Twin B Beachside was scratched. Time of the mile, 2:01. Fractions at 29 3. Minute and a fifth, 1:31. Rechecking 3:412. Scratch on the bottom. Well, that wraps it up for the first session of racing. We're back at it.
And we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with you in a minute or two to wrap up the morning card and talk a little bit about this afternoon.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
We are back here at the Richwood Independent Fair, completing afternoon card 1. I'm going to call it afternoon card 2, essentially, because it's 3 o'clock. It's not that late, but
Yeah.
we're 7 in the books, just less than an hour and 45 minutes. So we'll be back in about 2 hours. About 2 hours. We'll be back around 1:45 or 2:45 for the 3 o'clock card.
Looking forward to the final of this afternoon's card, a free-for-all pace, which includes Rose Run Ulysses, who is just about a $500,000 winner from Kim Daly's barn, along with 2-year-old colt paces and 2-year-old filly paces and a bunch of other stuff, some nice purses, some nice horses, fields of 4, 5. Is there a 6 this afternoon? I thought I saw one. Yep, and a 6 with Annie L in the 6th. So thank you for being with us, Kenny. Pleasure.
Absolutely.
Enjoyed it, man. We'll be back with you in a couple of hours. You've been watching live harness racing from the Richwood Independent Fair, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association and our sponsors. Thank you. We'll see you in about 2 hours.